Well, I'm glad you made it down the river. Now we get to the heart of the recovery system. We're using the Technic concentrating table. It'll do about 500 to 800 pounds an hour. This is really the key to the gold recovery system. We're going to take you through a whole process. We're going to show you how we built the slab in the river to make the frame stable. And that's one of the most important things. The frame has to be locked down where there's no vibration, because it works off a vibrating principle. We'll show you how we did the slab, bolting it together. We did a minor modification with blade, down the blade over the Technic to help pour the material into the table. We'll show you that also. Also, the water source, we're using a Keen 2-inch dredge with a 50-foot hose down to the river. Gives us plenty of water supply. And we get the generator to run the table. So let me show you about the slab. Putting the table together, dredge, and then we'll get into working the material from start to finish. You see how the whole process goes. But this is really the heart of the gold recovery system. And it's what's going to make you either get most of the gold recovery or nothing. This table recovers probably better than 98% of the gold is there, down to about 400 to 500 mesh. So this is what's really important when you're working with real fine gold. You don't want to lose it. This is the heart of the system. So let's go through a step-by-step process and we'll show you how it goes. Okay, this is a slab that we built down the river. It's a 3x6, about 3-inch thick concrete slab. What we did, we made a plywood template, put it on the frame to make it for the holes for the mounting. Made it real easy to do it and simple. We took some 5/16 bolts and welded them to a metal plate. We have two different forms of mounting on here, which I'll show you right now. And there's the whole slab. Like I say, it's all ready to go. Now we're going to put the frame on there, bolt it up. We're going to level it. That's important also. You have to level the frame to the table to make sure you have everything in as level a position as possible. Because you can adjust the angle of the table itself to control your flow off of the material being dumped into it. Okay, now we get the frame on the concrete slab. This is the first process. Now we're going to put the bolts on it and kind of get it just started, and then we'll start to level everything up. And then we'll mount the table on it itself. The post sticking up, as you can see right in front of the T-post, that was modified by Darwin to act as a feeder, and we'll show that also on there. It works out real well in this particular case, and he might implement this on his future models. We're kind of doing a testing on it for him, and it seems to be working very well. But we'll show you what we did on that and how we did it, how we made the feeder, which works out excellent in this case. And again, we'll take you through a step-by-step process. Okay, now we got the table mounted on the slab. We get the table on the frame. We have to level the frame up. Now what we've done, we just get a simple level. Come in here a little closer for you. We set it up right there to where it's level in all axes. This will give you the maximum results of concentrating your gold into a nice fine line without any loss. This only takes, maybe less than a minute to do. Real simple. Once you get it level, you just bolt everything down, and then we'll start hooking things. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. We got our Keen 2-inch dredge. We took the hose that goes basically the suction nozzle, put an adapter on it, and made it connected to a 50-foot hose. We ran it from the river right up the bank and over to the table. Now we made a splice on the bottom over here. What that does, it allows us to have one water supply source for the table. We'll hook another hose up here too in a moment, and that'll be to kind of rinse out the buckets on the inside. Now the table itself has 3 outlets, and what we've done, we divided it up. The number 1 bucket, which is on the right, that's where all the tailings go out. The second hose in the middle goes into the number 1 bucket, and the first hose goes into the concentrating. We had a 1 gallon jug, we cut a hole in it, and that hose goes in there. That's where the bulk of your gold is going to go. And then we're going to run that through the table again later along with the number 2 bucket. Make sure we didn't miss anything. This works out real good. It's simple and nothing complicated or hard about it. Now we come to the feeder. This is what Darvin had designed the T-handle, and he had a bucket. It didn't quite work the way we wanted to, so we went ahead and made our own. We made a funnel, beveled it down. On the bottom we can change the actual hole size by inserting different pipes. This works out real good. The T-handle, unbeknownst to us, acted as a good stability platform to dump the material into the funnel, which feeds onto the table at a constant rate. Basically, the main thing you want to have done here is that your rock should be classified so that it doesn't bunch up in the feeder, in the hopper. Just getting a closer look. In the bottom we have some pipe we can take out. I don't know if you can see it right here. But we can change the hole size. Right now we have it down to the smallest one. It works out perfect for the material that we're running. And then for the power source, as I told you, we'll just kind of pan over here. We got a Series 2400 watt generator which supplies the power for the table. Works out real good. It'll run about 2 hours on a tank of gas. Economical, cheap. And we're starting to bring down the material down to the river here, which we're going to mix in the buckets. Mix it about a 60-40 mix, and we'll start pouring it in. So we'll go through that process also on a step-by-step basis and show you what's done, how it's done, and go from there. And here we are just looking down the Yaqui River in Sonora. This river runs probably about 200 miles north and south. It connects with the Arrow and the Modessia, I believe, up north. So it's quite a bit, pretty good sized river. Let me pan around here a little bit, and we'll go kind of quick for the sun. And this continues, goes on down to